video session, I am going to discuss questions from JEE Main January 2019 from circles. Already in our previous videos, we discussed previous year questions from different chapters of different years. You just follow all those video sessions to get more practice and to get good rank and to get confidence, right? You just follow these questions now. I am going to handle questions from circles now in this class. Okay. See, three circles of radii. The first question, okay? First question of this mains 2020 circles. Three circles of radii A, B, C. A less than, B less than, C. Touch each other externally. If they have x-axis as a common tangent, then see there are three circles and those three circles are touching each other externally, as well as for those three circles x-axis is the common tangent and the radii of those three circles is A, B, C as given. Okay. So first of all, how to sketch the diagram, right? So first problem we are going to discuss. This question is asked in January 2019. Okay. See, three circles are touching externally. So usually the diagram will be like this. If three circles touching externally, usually we go with this type of diagram. Okay. This is the general diagram if three circles touch externally each other. But the question is saying that for these three circles, x-axis is the common tangent. Those three are touching externally and x-axis is the common tangent, then the diagram will be like this. Okay, see, you just sketch it very carefully. See, for suppose if you treat this as x-axis, which acts like a common tangent for the three circles, okay, you just take this as another circle. And now I need to sketch third circle. So the third circle may be like this, because for this third circle, first circle is one externally touching one, second circle is also externally touching to the third, as well as x-axis is also touching the third circle. Because x-axis is the common tangent for all the three circles. This is the possible diagram according to the problem. Okay. And now the radii of these three circles are given. A less than, B less than, C as mentioned. So A is the smaller radii. So you just treat that radius of this small circle as A. This radius is A. And the radius of this circle is B, whereas the radius of this circle is C. Now the task is, we need to establish a relation between A, B and C. We are very familiar, if two circles are touching, okay, actually if there are two circles like this, then we know the length of tangent, length of direct common tangent of these two circles. And now specifically, already we discussed in our regular class, if two circles are touching externally, then the length of common tangent, for suppose see, once again, yeah, if two circles are touching externally, then what will be the length of common tangent? Already I mentioned you in our regular class. So if this is the common tangent, then this length of common tangent is simply nothing but 2 root of R1 R2. Okay, see, 2 root of R1 plus R2, right? See, very simple. Actually, what is the length of common tangent? Usually length of common tangent is root of D square minus R1 minus R2 whole square, and this D is the distance between the centers. Whereas in the case of touching circles, that distance between the centers is nothing but R1 plus R2. We need to replace this D with R1 plus R2. So R1 plus R2 whole square minus R1 minus R2 whole square is 4R1 R2, and this is the length of direct common tangent between these two circles, if the radii are R1 and R2. Now use this logic to connect ABC now. Yeah, I am erasing this. So finally we are going to use length of direct common tangent for touching circles, and which is 2 root R1 R2. If you use it, the problem is very simple. Yeah. See, what is this particular length? This length is the length of direct common tangent for these two circles. And for these two circles, radii are C and A, so this length is 2 root AC. This length is 2 root AC. And the next thing, what to say about this length? Then this length is the length of direct common tangent for these two circles whose radii are A and B. So this length is 2 root AB. And now you just ignore this smaller circle for some time. Think about these two circles whose radii are C and B, and again this is a common tangent. So this length, okay, starting from this point to this point, now the length is 2 root BC. Now see, from the figure it is very clear that this 2 root BC is equals to sum of these two lengths. Okay, if you add these two, that is equals to 2 root BC. So therefore 2 root AC plus 2 root AB is equals to 2 root BC. Using this we need to derive the required condition as given in the options. Okay, 2 gets cancelled everywhere, and then if we divide everything with root ABC, what? If you divide everything with root ABC, then the problem is root AC by root ABC is 1 by root B plus root AB by root ABC is 1 by root C, okay, is equals to root BC in the sense 1 by root A. Okay, just have a look. So this is first problem of mains 2019, asked in January 9. Okay. సో ఇప్పుడు మనం కంప్లీట్ చేసిన ప్రాబ్లంలో యాక్చువల్గా ఎక్కడా కూడా మనం కోఆర్డినేట్ జామెట్రీ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ యూజ్ చేయాలి. ఇట్స్ యాక్చువల్లీ ప్లేన్ జామెట్రీ రిలేటెడ్ ప్రాబ్లం మనం కంప్లీట్ చేసిన ప్రాబ్లం. బికాజ్ ఇప్పుడు మనం జస్ట్ లెంత్ ఆఫ్ డైరెక్ట్ కామన్ టాంజెంట్ 2 రూట్ ఏబి లాజిక్ మాత్రమే యూజ్ చేసాం. అందులో ఎక్కడ సర్కిల్ ఈక్వేషన్, లోకస్ ఇలాంటి టర్మ్స్ ఇన్వాల్వ్ అవ్వలేదు. సో సర్కిల్స్ రిలేటెడ్గా మెయిన్స్ క్వశ్చన్స్ అనేవి నాట్ ఓన్లీ ఫ్రమ్ కోఆర్డినేట్ జామెట్రీ, they may ask you related to plane geometry also. Plane geometry of circles కాన్సెప్ట్స్ కూడా మనకు తెలిసి ఉండాలి. మోస్ట్ ఓన్లీ 10 పాయింట్స్ ఉంటాయి రౌండ్ అబౌట్ ప్లేన్ జామెట్రీ సర్కిల్స్ రిలేటెడ్ పాయింట్స్, అవి కూడా తెలిసి ఉంటే ఈజీగా మనం ఆన్సర్ చేయొచ్చు. రైట్, ఓకే. నెక్స్ట్ ప్రాబ్లం, అండ్ దిస్ ఈజ్ అగైన్ రిలేటెడ్ టు ది కోఆర్డినేట్ జామెట్రీ బికాస్ సర్కిల్ ఈక్వేషన్స్ ఆర్ గివెన్. ఓకే, సో వాట్స్ ద నెక్స్ట్ ప్రాబ్లం? ఇది కూడా January 9th రీడింగ్ క్వశ్చన్. ఇఫ్ ద సర్కిల్స్ ఇంటర్సెక్ట్ at two distinct points, okay, two circles are given. So first circle is given like this: x square plus y square minus 16x minus 20y plus 164 is equals to r square is the first circle. And the second circle equation is x minus 4 whole square plus y minus 7 whole square is equals to 36. As given, these two circles intersect at two distinct points. Okay, so these two circles are just like intersecting circles because these two are making two distinct intersection points. Now, according to this situation, these two circles are like that. We need to find out the range of R, okay, according to the options. Okay, now this is the second circle. You just rewrite this first circle according to the center radius form. How it becomes? You just have a look. See, I will rewrite it like this: x minus 8 whole square plus y minus 10 whole square is equals to r square. Is there anything wrong? X minus 8 whole square, x square minus 16x plus 64, y square minus 20y plus 100, 100 plus 64 is 164, and that is equals to r square, so balance. Now we need to think about these two. This is one circle and this is the other circle. These two are what? Intersecting. See, what is the center radius of the first circle as well center radius of the second circle. So very clear, for the first circle, what is the center? For circles, center is 4,7 here, okay, and this radius is 6. Whereas for the second circle, center is 8,10 and radius is r. Because these two circle equations are in center radius form. Center radius form is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equals to r square. So h comma k 810, r is the r. Now this is the condition. Now what we have to say? Since these two circles are intersecting, if two circles are intersecting, Already we discussed it regular class. What we say about the condition between distance between centers along with radii, and the condition is modulus of r1 minus r2 is less than c1 c2. Distance between the centers is less than modulus of r1 plus r2. Now, using this condition, we need to derive the possible values of r. Okay, modulus of r1 minus r2. See, r1 is 6, r2 is r. So, modulus of 6 minus r is less than distance between the centers. Use these 2 points to find the distance between the centers c1 c2. Okay, calculate it. Root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. 8 minus 4 is what? 5 square. See, the distance between centers 8 minus 4, okay, 4 square plus 10 minus 7, 3 square, and root of 4 square plus 3 square is 5. So this value is 5 less than r1 plus r2. r1 is 6, r2 is r. So 6 plus r. Now modulus of 6 minus r is less than 5 is less than 6 plus r. Okay? Yeah, this is also positive quantity. Right. Radius are positive, right? So now we need to establish what? Relations between. See, we need to find out the possible values of r using this. Okay. Just have a look. Phi less than 6 plus r. If phi is less than 6 plus r, what we need to do? Send 6 this side. Minus 1 less than r. That means r greater than minus 1. Since radius, it is always positive, so r greater than minus 1 is an obvious thing. So we need to concentrate on this part. Now, modulus of 6 minus r is less than 5. We need to solve that modulus idea. Modulus of 6 minus r less than 5 means 5 less than 6 minus r is less than 5. You just remove that 6 now. Minus 11 less than minus r less than minus 1. And then multiply everything with minus. If you multiply everything with minus, what will happen? See, 1 less than r less than 11. So, the possible values of r are in between 1 and 11. Okay, that's your choice. Have a look. Final possible values of r are nothing but the common values of these two conditions. This condition is an obvious thing because radius is positive. Positive is greater than minus 1 is always correct. So don't bother about this, leave it. So just we need to think about this one, and from this the possible values of r are in between 1 and 11. Next problem. If a circle C passing through the point 4, 0 touches the circle x square plus y square plus 4x minus 6y is equals to 12 externally at the point 1, minus 1, then radius of that circle is. See, actually we have a circle and whose equation is given like this: x square plus y square plus 4x minus 6y minus 12 is equals to 0 is the equation of this known circle. See, there is another circle which is externally touching this circle at the point 1, minus 1. So as they mentioned, for sure there is a point 1, minus 1 on this circle. Okay, and we have another circle C which we are going to find which is touching this given circle. Okay, this is the second circle. Name this circle as C. Our task is to find the radius of this circle. This second circle is touching the first circle at the point 1, minus 1, and one more thing is this second circle is passing through the point 4, 0. Okay. Now radius of C we need to find. Already మనం ఇట్లాంటి ప్రాబ్లం అంటే రెగ్యులర్ క్లాస్లో డిస్కస్ చేసాం related to the system of circles. And for example, first circle is touching the second circle at the point 1, minus 1. So at this point 1, minus 1, there is a tangent, and specifically common tangent for these two circles. Now, so ఈ క్వశ్చన్ ఎలా ఇమాజిన్ చేయొచ్చు అంటే, కామన్ tangent there is a common tangent కాబట్టి సో ఒక లైన్ మన దగ్గర ఉంటే యూ జస్ట్ సే ఇస్ కామన్ టాంజెంట్. ఈ లైన్ని ఒక పాయింట్ 1, -1 దగ్గర టచ్ చేసేటువంటి సర్కిల్స్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయడం. సో దేర్ యాజ్ వి డిస్కస్ దేర్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ మెనీ సర్కిల్స్ టచింగ్ దిస్ టాంజెంట్ ఎట్ 1, -1. అండ్ వాట్ ఈస్ ది ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ దట్ మెనీ సర్కిల్స్ అంటే s plus lambda l is equals to 0. And then now I am going to use this s plus lambda l. What is s? S is any one circle, known circle, and there is one known circle here, right? And that known circle is this given one. And what is l? L is the tangent for the circle at the point. So first of all we need to find out l. Okay? So now L is equation of tangent for the first circle at the point 1, -1. You just use s1 is equals to 0. So x square plus y square plus 4x minus 6y minus 12 is equals to 0. So x into 1 plus y into -1 plus 2 into x plus 1 and minus 6, right? So -3 of y minus 1 minus 12 is equals to 0 is the equation of tangent. Now if we simplify, what will happen? X and 2x, 3x minus y minus 3y minus 4y plus 2 plus 3, 5 minus 12 minus 7 is equals to 0. That is the equation of tangent. Now s plus lambda l is equals to 0. Required circle is s plus lambda l is equals to 0, and that is s is x square plus y square plus 4x minus 6y minus 12 is s plus lambda into l. What is l? L is this equation of tangent which we have now. What it is? 3x minus 4y minus 7 is equals to 0. So this is the general form of a circle which is touching this line at 1, -1. There is this infinite circles depending on lambda. Now our task is to find lambda using this point 4, 0. Because 4, 0 is a point on the required circle. Okay, use 4, 0 now. If you replace 4, 0 here, we will get lambda value. Okay, so what will happen if you use 4, 0? 16, 0, 16, 0, minus 12 plus lambda into 12 minus 0 minus 7 is equals to 0. Okay, so manaki lambda 16 plus 16 is 32. 32 minus 12 is 20. 20 plus lambda into 5 is equals to 0, and that lambda is equals to -4. ఎప్పుడైతే lambda value -4 అని తెలుసో again use that lambda -4 in this equation. సర్కిల్ ఈక్వేషన్ వచ్చేస్తుంది. అక్కడ నుంచి ఈజీగా మనం రేడియస్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయొచ్చు. ఓకే, ఏం చేయొచ్చు ఇప్పుడు? lambda is equals to -4 సర్కిల్ ఈ ఫార్మ్లో రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తే therefore circle C is x square plus y square plus 4x minus 6y minus 12 plus lambda into lambda is -4 కదా, so -4 into 3x minus 4y minus 7 is equals to 0. Simplify చేయాలి. x square plus y square 4x and minus 4 3 is 12, 4 minus 12 minus 8x minus minus plus 16y and then minus 6y, so plus 10y minus 12 minus of minus plus 28, 28 minus 12 is 16 plus 16 is equals to 0. From there we need to find out the radius of the circle. Center GF find out చేయొచ్చు, అక్కడ నుంచి radius కూడా find out చేయొచ్చు. This is the circle equation. We need to find the radius for this circle equation. So find out your radius. See, for the next problem, if the area of an equilateral triangle is inscribed in the circle x square plus y square plus 10x plus 12y plus c is equals 0 is 27√3, then we need to find the value of c. See, to solve this problem we need the first relation which I mentioned you on the board. If a triangle is inscribed in the circle of radius r, area is 3√3/4 r square. Whereas if a circle is inscribed in an equilateral triangle, then the circle radius is r, from there the triangle area is 3√3 r square. Just I mentioned you two results on the board, but to solve this problem first one is enough. Okay, use the first one, find radius of the circle, from there get the value of c. You just write. Next problem. A square is inscribed in the circle x square plus y square minus 6x plus 8y minus 103 is equals to 0. Initially we have a circle x square plus y square minus 6x plus 8y minus 103 is equals to 0. And a square is inscribed in the circle, okay, such that the sides of that square are parallel to the coordinate axis. Then the distance of the vertex of this square which is nearest to the origin, okay, distance of the vertex of this square which is nearest to the origin. So first of all we need to find out the 4 vertices of the square which is inscribed in the circle. Then we need to calculate distance from origin to each vertex, and we need to mention which is nearest to origin. So after calculating the distance from origin, we need to mention the smallest distance. So this is the circle. First of all, you just analyze this circle. What is the center of this circle? Center of this circle is 3 comma minus 4, and then you just think about the radius of this circle. Radius is root of g square plus f square minus c. So minus of minus plus c, 103. So that is equals to what it is?
8 root 2.
8 root 2. Okay, that is the radius of the circle. Now, see, ఒక సర్కిల్లో స్క్వేర్ ఇన్స్క్రైబ్ చేస్తే ఏమవుతుంది? See, usually this is the circle, and you just imagine this is the required square, and name the square as ABCD. We need to calculate the vertices of this square. Okay. See, if a square is inscribed in a circle, then the diagonal of the square is simply nothing but diameter of the circle. Here radius is 8 root 2 actually. Okay. So what I am saying is diagonal of square is equals to diameter of circle. What is the diagonal of the square? If we treat the side length of the square as s, then the diagonal of the square is nothing but root 2s. If the side is s, then diagonal is root 2s. So root 2s is equals to diameter. Radius is 8 root 2. Diameter will become 16 root 2. So if you cancel out root 2, you will get s is equals to 16. Okay. So s is equal to 16 means side length of this square is 16 units. Okay, that's one part. And the next thing is, as mentioned in the problem, the sides of the square are parallel to coordinate axis. Okay, right. Now you just think about, I am going to give you another diagram. Now everything is just observation through the diagram. Okay, I have a square like this. Okay, as given in the problem, the sides are parallel to the coordinate axis. First of all, parallel to this, see, first you just say this, like this is x-axis, and these two sides are parallel to x-axis. And you just draw a line at the midpoint of the square. For sure it passes through the center. Okay, center of the circle. And what is the center of the circle? Center of the circle is 3 comma minus 4. Already we found it. Since the side length of the square is 16, okay, side length is 16, this part is half of that side length. Okay, so this is 8 and this is 8. It's not radius, actually it is the half of the side length. Okay, now you just imagine we have a line. On that line, one point is 3 comma minus 4. We need to move 8 units right side as well as 8 units left side. Then easily it is easy to locate these points. If you say these points as some P and Q, then what is P, what is Q? From there we need to establish the other parts also. Okay. So 8 units right side move aithe coordinates of Q ఏమవుతాయి అంటే 11 comma minus 4. Only x coordinate మారుతుంది because we are moving horizontally. And P అనే పాయింట్ ఏమవుతుంది? 8 units left వచ్చాం అంటే 3 minus 8 అంటే minus 5 comma minus 4. సో ఇప్పుడు P అనే పాయింట్ ఉంది మన దగ్గర, Q అనే పాయింట్ ఉంది. సో ఆఫ్టర్ హ్యావింగ్ PQ, ఈ P అనే పాయింట్ దగ్గర నుంచి మనం వర్టికల్గా ఒక 8 యూనిట్స్ మూవ్ అయితే వీ విల్ గెట్ D, అండ్ వర్టికల్గా ఒక 8 యూనిట్స్ డౌన్ అయితే వీ విల్ గెట్ A. ఇన్ ద సేమ్ వే Q అనే పాయింట్ నుంచి అగైన్ 8 యూనిట్స్ అప్ మూవ్ అయితే C, 8 యూనిట్స్ డౌన్ మూవ్ అయితే B. ఇది దీన్ని బేస్ చేసుకుని ABCD వర్టిసెస్ రాసేయచ్చు. ఓకే, సో ఏమవుతుంది ఇప్పుడు ABCD వర్టిసెస్ రాస్తే మనం, సో A is nothing but just a minute.
-5, 4 sir.
P అనే పాయింట్ -5, -4. ఓకే, 8 యాడ్ చేస్తున్నాం వర్టికల్ కాబట్టి y కోఆర్డినేట్ యాడ్ చేయాలి. సిన్స్ వీఆర్ యాడింగ్ 8 ఫర్ ద y కోఆర్డినేట్ -5, 4 అంటే ఇదేమవుతుంది -5,
-5,
సి బెటర్ ఏంటంటే అప్ మూవ్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు -5, 4 అని రాసి డౌన్ మూవ్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు -5, -12 అని రాయడం బెటర్, అంతేగా.
yes sir.
సో +8 అండ్ -8. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ కూడా అదే పద్ధతి 11, -4. సో అప్ మూవ్ అయితే 11, 4 అండ్ డౌన్ మూవ్ అయితే 11, -12. సో టోటల్గా ABCD యొక్క వర్టిసెస్ ఇవి. మనం ఏం చేయాలి ఇప్పుడు, ఈ ప్రతి వర్టిక్స్కి కూడా ఆరిజిన్ నుంచి డిస్టెన్స్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసి ఆరిజిన్ నియరెస్ట్గా ఉండే పాయింట్ చెప్పాలి. ఓకే, ఒకటి డిస్టెన్స్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయడం, లేదా కోఆర్డినేట్ ప్లేన్లో క్లియర్గా అబ్జర్వ్ చేయడం. ఓకేనా, ఏ పాయింట్ అయితే ఆరిజిన్ నియరెస్ట్గా ఉన్నది, రైట్. ఆ ఆరిజిన్ నియరెస్ట్గా ఉన్న డిస్టెన్స్ కూడా చెప్పాలి కాబట్టి సో బెటర్ టు క్యాలిక్యులేట్ ద డిస్టెన్సెస్. ఓకే, ఆరిజిన్ నుంచి ఏకి డిస్టెన్స్ ఏంటి, బీకి ఏంటి, సికి ఏంటి, డీకి ఏంటి క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాలి. సో దట్ మీన్స్ వాట్ ఈజ్ OA, వాట్ ఈజ్ OB, what is OC and what is OD. OA distance from origin to A, root of 5 square plus 12 square is 30. Distance from origin to B, 11 square is 121, 12 square is 144. So we need to add 121 and 144. See, this is 5, 6, 265. This is square root of 265. Then to see 11, 4, 121 and 16. See, 121 and 16, 731. Square root of 137. Next, -5, 4. -5, 4 means 25 plus 16, which is 41. 25 plus 16. Okay. So among these, what is the smallest value? Ante OD root 41 ega. So from the options, the required distance is root 41. So what is the next problem? A circle cuts a chord of length 4a on x-axis. For example, if you have a circle like this, there is a chord on this circle. A circle cuts a chord of length 4a on x-axis. See, if you treat this line as x-axis, then according to the problem, this length is 4a. A circle cuts a chord of length 4a on x-axis. This length is 4a. Okay. And the next thing, and passes through a point on the y-axis at a distance of 2b from the origin. Okay, we don't know where is origin, but the circle is passing through a point at a distance of 2b from origin. Okay, so at a distance of 2b from origin, so distance from 2b from origin, the point will be 0, 2b. From somewhere there is a point 0, 2b. Then the locus of the center of this circle is, we need to calculate the locus of the center of this circle. So how to calculate the locus of the center of this circle? See, for suppose if the center is considered as h, k, then we need to find out the locus of h, k. Okay. Then what is the task? Distance between these two is radius. If you sketch a perpendicular here, since this is x-axis and this point is h, k, then what you say about this part? Since this is x-axis and since this point is h, k, this is again k. Vertical distance is distance from point to the x-axis. And since it is given 4a, so this part is 2a. So also if you join these two, that is radius. So now we have a relation here, k square plus 4a square is equals to r square. But what is r square? R is the distance between these 2 points. R square is, this is equals to h minus 0 whole square plus k minus 2b whole square. So right side we have what? K square plus 4a square. So if we solve this, we will get the locus equation and we need to mention the shape of that locus. So k square plus 4a square is equals to h square plus k square plus 4b square minus 4kb. You just cancel out k square and k square. Yeah, then you left with what? H square minus 4kb plus some constant h square minus 4kb plus 4 times of b square minus a square is equals to 0. That's the locus of the center. So when you convert it in terms of x and y, if you generalize this locus, we have x square minus 4by plus 4b square minus a square is equals to 0. See, we have only square term for one variable x and the other one is linear. So then the shape of this type of locus is a parabola, right? So usually y is equals to ax square plus bx plus c is a parabola. So when you compare it with this it becomes a parabola, I think so. Just have a look. So next problem. C1 and C2 be the centers of two circles. Okay, we have two circles. First circle is x square plus y square minus 2x minus 2y minus 2 is equals to 0. And the second circle is x square plus y square minus 6x minus 6y plus 14 is equals to 0. So what's the problem? C1, C2 are centers. P and Q are the points of intersection of these two circles. Then we need to find the area of the quadrilateral PC1QC2. Okay. So what is the center of this circle? So if you look at center of this circle is 1, 1, and what will be the radius of this circle? Say R1. Root of g square plus f square minus c, 1 plus 2. So that is equals to 2. Then what you say about the center of the second circle? C2 is equals to 3, 3. Then what you say about the radius of this circle? R2 is equals to square root of 3 square is 9, and then 9 minus 14, again it is equals to 2. Right, those two circles are circles of equal radii and they are intersecting at the points P, Q. Okay. Now, you just check the condition of orthogonality because these two circles of equal radii. If you check the condition of orthogonality, G dash plus F dash is equals to C plus C dash. Okay. So this is the condition of orthogonality actually. If you check it, what will happen? 2 into G dash. What is G? G is minus 1 and G dash is minus 3 plus F is minus 1, F dash is minus 3, C is minus 2, C dash is 14. If you calculate it, 3 plus 3 is 6 into 2 is 12 and here it is 12, so it is satisfying. So the circles are orthogonal. Since the circles are orthogonal, now you just think about the suitable diagram for this problem. So for suppose this is first circle and this is second circle. These two are of equal radii actually. The intersection points are PQ and here it is center 1 of the circle and here it is center 2 of the circle. The question is about finding the area of the quadrilateral this PC1QC2. Okay. Right. If you join this PC1, PC2, QC1, QC2, we need to calculate its area. Since the circles are satisfying orthogonal condition, so then this is it, and the two circles are of equal radii. These two will become tangents here, and here the angle is 90 degrees. Circles are of equal radii as well. Orthogonality condition is satisfied. So here we have 90 degrees. So now here again we have 90 degrees, and by symmetry, area of this quadrilateral is nothing but double the area of this triangle. So our task is to find area, required area of PC1QC2 is equals to twice area of triangle C1PC2. and that is equals to 2 into, here C1P C2 is a right angle triangle whose area is half C1P into C2P, and C1P is the R1 radius of first circle, C2P is the radius of second circle. They are 2 and 2. So if you replace 2 into 1 by 2 into 2 into 2, so at the end our answer for the problem is 4. So area of the quadrilateral is 4 square units. That's the problem. Next problem. See, if a variable line is such that two circles are on the opposite sides. For example, I have a line, variable line, whose equation is 3x plus 4y minus lambda is equals to 0. There are two circles on its opposite sides. One circle is this side and the other circle is that side. Okay? Right. Now as given, we need to find out the possible values of lambda. So one thing is, since these two circles are on opposite sides, what is the equation of this circle? It is given that x square plus y square minus 2x minus 2y plus 1 is equals to 0, and the equation of this circle is given as x square plus y square minus 18x minus 2y plus 78 is equals to 0. See, don't think about whether they are equal or not. These two circles are on the opposite sides of this line. Okay, one thing is centers. See, center 1 of this circle and center 2 of this circles are again on the opposite sides of this line. So straight lines lo manam chesam. If 2 points are on the opposite sides of a line, then those 2 points will generate opposite signs when you substitute in the line. Okay, based on that, ఇక్కడ center ఏమవుతుంది 1, 1, and ఇక్కడ center ఏమవుతుంది 9, 1. Since 9, 1 and 1, 1 are on the opposite sides of this line, okay, since C1, C2 are opposite sides of L, it will generate opposite signs. So substitute 1, 1 first. If you substitute 1, 1 in the line, 3 plus 4 is 7 minus lambda into 1, 1 in this, see 9, 1 in this, 9 3 is 27, 27 plus 4 is 31, 31 minus lambda less than 0. See, 2 points the same side unte, the product is greater than 0. Since they are opposite sides, the product is less than 0. So from there it is very clear that the value of lambda is in between 7 and 31. Usual quadratic inequality. That's one part. And the other part is, since this circle is outside the line, that means this line is neither a secant nor a tangent for the circle, then in this case here, distance from center to the line is greater than the radius. Use that idea. This is one condition. Then the second condition is distance from center to the line, which is modulus of, substitute this point here, 3 into 1 plus 4 into 1 minus lambda divided by root of 3 square plus 4 square is greater than radius. What is radius? Root of 1 plus 1 minus 1. G square plus f square minus c. You need to solve this. And for this circle again, this line is neither a secant nor a tangent. Again here, distance from center to the line is greater than radius. So substitute this point here. So 3 into 9 plus 4 into 1 minus lambda divided by root of 3 square plus 4 square is greater than radius. What is the radius here? Square root of 81 plus 1, g square plus f square minus c, means minus 78. Solve this, you will get certain lambda. Solve this, you will get certain lambda. And already we have certain restriction on lambda. When you combine these two, at the end your answer for the problem is what? 12 to 21 actually, as given in the options. If you check your option, your answer is, your possible values of lambda are 12 to 21. Okay? You just try to solve this. Try cheyochu. Okay na? Modulus remove cheyochu, easy ga try cheyochu. So lambda eliminate cheste ante lambda value find out cheste common solutions for these two 12 to 21 avutundi. Okay? So at the end, these are the questions from JEE Maths 2019 circles.